Hello my spooky little spirits, it is me, Redrum, and today is going to be a little bit of a different video because I'm not very prepared for this video. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, that's better. We're going to be talking about baseball. So if you haven't noticed from my last vlogs, I finally revealed that I'm a huge Cubs fan. A die-hard Cubs fan. So I thought I'd make a video about going to baseball games because baseball season's about to start. That's right everyone, it's February and spring training is about to start, or has started, depending on when I upload this video. I'm a shitty YouTuber, but baseball season's underway. And I'm here to give you a few tips about going to your first game or going to baseball games alone. I will be doing a separate video for tips and tricks of Wrigley Field, but this is just a general baseball related video. So let's jump into it, my spooky little spirits. So tip number 0 is just a reminder. A reminder that going to baseball games alone is a-okay. It is perfectly fine for you to go to baseball games or other sporting events alone. Sure, you won't experience, having the fun with, your pals, your friend, but there's a nice, unique charm about going alone. It is a perfect time to do things just for you. Plan as you go your own way. Make your own schedule without other people interfering. Which leads me to my next tip. Go to at least one baseball game alone. Experience, as I said earlier, go to a game your own way. Walk around the ballpark and discover things that you've never seen at the park or even knew that they were there. I do recommend checking out historical parks as they have a lot of history involved with them. And it is always neat to kind of just walk around the ballpark and check every angle out of the game. Personally, I like to travel to the ballpark on public transportation. In my city, there is at least one way of public transportation to any ballpark or stadium. It will save you money with heavy parking fees. I can't tell you guys how much the parking fees in Wrigleyville are for Cubs games. They could go from either $15 or $75 depending on where you park. You can also park using Spot Hero, but I personally would rather just do public transportation because I would like to spend my money not, spending on parking. It's pretty much money that could be spent with your game day adventure. For ticketing, I suggest using the MLB Ballpark app. Not sponsored. Actually, this year they are starting something new where the MLB Ballpark app is like the only place where you're going to be able to get your tickets. This year, they are doing no physical tickets, at least for the Cubs. I'm not too sure if that's also for other teams, but as for the Cubs, they are not doing paper tickets. How you will get your tickets is through the MLB Ballpark app. I like it because it gives you no hassle. You don't need to worry about, carrying a paper ticket at all. I am all about, getting stuff organized and not needing a lot of paper things. I'm not really a big fan of paper, so I like to use the MLB Ballpark app when I go to games. The thing that I like about the MLB Ballpark app is that it does check you into each game that you have scanned on your phone, and it does automatically check you in. So when you go back on the MLB Ballpark app, you can see every game that you went to if you had your phone scanned, or you can actually input the game yourself that you went to if you didn't have your phone scanned. And I think that's really cool because you get to see the games that you went to, and they kind of changed it up. So now you can really only see who won the game, and I think that's pretty cool. And I really enjoy seeing each and every game that I went to, how much wins, how much losses that my team had. I'm lucky to say there was only one loss in my game day journal. Another really cool thing, a cool feature that they have on there is that it gives you information, a copious amount of information about the ballpark that you are at. It gives you everything from a map to FAQs, what their policies are. If you have no idea, like if you can bring a certain item into the ballpark, you can check that right away. It's nice, easy, hassle-free, and I really enjoy it. This app surely does make your game day adventure and ticketing less of a headache. Speaking more about ticketing, there is a stigma that nosebleed seats are not worth it, but I believe from my experience, nosebleed seats are incredibly worth it. If none of you guys are familiar with the term nosebleed seats, they are the highest section of seats, the very last, all the way up there, section at the ballpark or even the stadium that you're in. Sure, they are higher and further away from the field, but honestly, some of my best memories are me being in the nosebleed seats. They are cheaper tickets that can be found within $15 to $25 a seat during the regular season. Plus, low-key, if it's not a busy game and there's like a lot of empty seats in the nosebleed sections, you can easily, and I'm not condoning it, easily seat hop. But I'm not condoning it at all. Now here's the meat of the whole trip. What you came for. The game. Oh damn, the last time I lost the game was in 2011, and I just lost it again. And so did you. Sorry, old internet joke. Let's get back on track, shall we? So yes, the great game of baseball. You're seated, the beer man is shouting, he's selling beer. The hot dog man is doing the same. The smell of concession stand food is in the air. And there's the away and the home team communities sitting together in the ballpark. The beauty of going to a game alone is that you get to watch. You get to examine the game a lot better than if you're with friends. You get to kind of experience it in a whole new light. You get to kind of just like, you know, focus on the game. Honestly, the communities for me are the most important part of baseball culture. There's been countless times where I was alone, and even with others like my family and friends at a game, I struck conversation with random people. Whether if it was a bar outside the ballpark or the person at the left or right of me, to even online communities of the Cubs. If you're not too sure how to strike up a conversation and you want to strike up a conversation with somebody, here's a couple of icebreakers that you can use. So this is my first time at insert ballpark here. How many games have you been to? Who is your favorite player for insert team here? Or if a situation arises, it is a perfect time to find a spontaneous conversation. It is super fun to meet new people, and going to a game surely does do that for me. A little tip that I like to say is, even though concession prices are expensive, they're worth it. I personally like getting souvenir items. I am a slut for souvenir items. So after the game, I just don't like to go home and pack up and leave. I personally like to find a bar to celebrate a win or drink my feelings because of a lose. It is also great after a game to kind of go shopping in the little merch stores and stuff like that. I love getting Cubs merch. It is one of my favorite things to purchase. And this is the time where I like to just kind of unwind after the adventure, and I like to just go where the wind takes me. Whether you're going alone or with friends at the ballpark, it is always a great time. This 2019 baseball season, I'm excited for. I can't wait to go to Wrigley Field again, and I will be going to the home opener. I just got my tickets today, so it's confirmed. Speaking of Wrigley Field, I will be making a tips and tricks video of Wrigley Field in Wrigleyville, so stay tuned for that. Till next time, go Cubs go! Go Cubs go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gone. And I hope you subscribe to become a spooky little spirit today. I always like a freshly dug grave in my graveyard since I am the mother of the graveyards. Goodbye.